So we got this chick called Libby Calian or Calian, however you say her name, right? She coming out against AbaNPreach, really just Abba, right? So this woman right here is cold-blooded. This lady, first of all, she's got this video trying to come up with the sob story and play victim when she's the total she's the reason why all of this happened. So let's get this straight. AbaNPreach, or Abba, was with this woman for 5 months, she said. So they were having unprotected sex for 5 months. Now you mean to tell me you didn't know you was gonna get pregnant after having unprotected sex for 5 months? Then you get pregnant, and then you let him know, and he says he wants to have the baby. Then you come out and say you want to abort the baby. So then he supports you like a simp. He goes with you to the clinic or whatever. What happens? You get cold turkey. He does this with you like 3 more times, according to you. And then so you're with your emotions is swinging. 1 minute you want to get the abortion, next minute you don't want to get the abortion. So you putting him through all the stress. You give him the biggest headache. And then he decides, you know what? I'm going to just let you do what you do. I don't want no involvement with this. If you're going to get abortion. I don't want no involvement with this because you don't know what you're going to do. You just wasting my time. I don't want to deal with you no more. So you're on a video trying to make it seem like it's his fault. When really it's your fault. You should have just kept the damn baby. And Abba is a sucker. He should have bit the red pill on this one. The blue pill wasn't working. Me personally, if I was Abba, I just would have told you ain't getting an abortion. You gonna keep the motherfucking baby and just give me the motherfucking child. And go about your motherfucker. If you want to disappear, then disappear. You gonna keep this damn baby. Because one thing you're not finna do is play with me and have me waste my time and money on worrying about whether you're going to not have a kid. And if you decide to get an abortion, I'm not coming with you to the clinic to go take the life of a child. See, don't get me wrong. I've paid for bitches to get abortions in my life. I've done it. I've done it like twice. But I was young, very, very young. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you young, you don't really think about it. Now, when you get a certain age, you like, you know what? That ain't the morally right thing to do. So now I wouldn't even do no shit like that. Even if, you know what I'm saying? So, what Abba should have did, he should have put his motherfucking foot down and said, Libby, you gonna keep this goddamn baby and you gonna give it over to me. And you want to leave, you leave. Get the fuck up out of here. But the baby gonna stay with me. That's what he should have said. And that's what he should have did. Because what he did was he let you, your mind and mood swings, and you're confused, you lost in the sauce, you're spinning around in circles 360, and you're playing victim when you're the person who is the reason for all this. And I made this video to troll Abba, but I couldn't even troll him because you're the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna have a whole sob story about your relationship with AbaNPreach, and you the one that didn't want the relationship, you the one that didn't want the baby, then you said you wanted the baby, then you didn't want the baby, and then that, you know what I mean? And now you want to say, oh, you didn't think it was the right thing to do? What kind of bullshit is that? Then you say you're gonna take this to Myron and use the Myron situation again. Oh, you just a hot fucking mess on this one. So this is all your fault, I don't know. I don't know where you go from here on this one, but you need to just take accountability and blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely have fault. What else I got to say about this? Now, I will say Abba's the problem for not putting his foot down. He should have swallowed the red pill. He should have left the blue pill alone and swallowed the red pill and put his foot down and said, listen, you're going to make your motherfucking mind up. Either you're going to have this baby or you're not. We not playing with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go to the hospital with you 3 times to go get an abortion and you catch cold turkey. Because now you just wasting my motherfucking... As obviously you didn't want to do it. So he should have just told your ass, don't fucking do it. But instead of trying to be the nice guy and say, oh, I'll support you if... No, he shouldn't have did that. Because now you over here looking goofy. And listen, let me say this, Libby. And Abba... And let me say this to AbaNPreach. If I find out... Now, Libby, I don't know your ethnicity. I don't know where you from. I don't know your background. But, you know, and we find out, we come across your IG, and we find out you got a flat booty. You got no ass, no big titties, no nothing. And you causing all this mess. I'm going to be looking at Abba. I'm going to be looking at Abba like he fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? She better have a fat ass or something to be going through all this shit. For you to be sitting there simping, talking about, oh, I'll support you to go get an abortion, but I really want to have the baby. Oh, well, let's go there. Okay, you don't want to get the abortion. Let's go here again. Oh, you don't want to. She better have some fat ass, some big titties. She better have some good ass pussy. She better have some wop. For you to be simping like this, bruh, for you to not be a man and put your foot down, Abba, you need to get your shit together, bruh. Because Myron, one thing about Myron, Myron wouldn't have tolerated no shit like this. Myron would have put his foot down. So you looking weak right now over there. That's one thing I could give. That's one thing I could get this lady Libby, is you looking weak right now, Abba. Because you ain't put your foot down as a man. You know what I'm saying? So she better have some good ass pussy. She better be a squirter. She better know how to fucking, you know what I mean? Something. For you to just be simping like this, if it ain't none of that, and you just a simp like this, Abba, boy, we need to order you some red pill. But anyway, we out of here, man. Libby, this is your fault. I can't even blame Abba on this one. I tried to troll him, but then I listened to the story. I said, this is all your fault. You the problem. You the one that said you didn't want to keep it, and then you wanted to keep it again. This shit is all over the place. We out of here, man.